Hi everyone, welcome back. Okay, so for today's crafts, I did head up to Target. Is everything from Target? I think everything but one thing is from Target. So I want to thank you guys for putting up with my videos. So I'm new at this, and when I put them together, I see all the mistakes I make, and then I tell myself, okay, on the next video, work on this, this, and this. And then I see that it's even worse than the previous video. So thank you for coming back. I really appreciate it. And let's go ahead and get started with some of these crafts. So on the first craft, let me turn on my Cricut mini press. I found this at Target. And it is $5. And let's see, Target Dollar Spot. And it's a little cooler bag, which I thought would be perfect for California because it'll fold down nicely in the suitcase to get there. And then on the way back, we could put some ice in there and keep drinks or whatever cold on the drive back. I think it's I'll have to look it up. I can't remember the drive. Okay, so I liked it except for this, all you need is sun, sea, love, and then it's like that underneath. So I thought I would change it. And this is the design that I came up with. Now how am I going to, let's see, open this. Yeah, lay that flat. Put my magnets here. Well, that works. I have two of those. Put that there. Okay, so I want to change this right here. So let me get my, so I see some pet hair. This room is probably full of it. Okay, and I'm going to preheat. Oops. Try to get all the lighting better without it reflecting on the glass mat. Okay, so I'm going to preheat this. Again, I have it on low. And I'm going to cover this with blue iron-on. Glitter iron-on. Imagine that. Okay. So let me get this weeded out. And I believe this sentiment goes like that. Yeah. So it should go like this. That looks about right. I don't know, might be a little bit high on that side. Okay, so I'm going to iron this down. Hopefully it'll adhere. Yep. Oh, it's not adhering. Come on, baby. Oh, it is a little bit. Let me grab my Teflon so I don't burn the inside. Okay. Oh yeah, and I think the puffiness of that Teflon helps it. Okay, let me see. Okay. Do this side. So I'm using the blue is Cricut iron-on, and the white that I'm going to put on top of it is Siser Easy Weed iron-on. Okay. Let's see if that worked. Not really. I'll try again. Okay. Get that adhered. Now remember, I'm on low. I might have to bump it up. The glitter iron-on's a little thick. Let's see. So I'm removing it slowly. Awesome. And now that's, I'm not keeping this because I'll use my Teflon. I just find that when you put this back on there, the stickiness kind of pulls it up, but the Teflon won't. Okay, so now I gotta weed this. And this, I should look at the design. This is the Siser Easy Weed glitter iron-on. And take them to dinner. And that'll be nice, but again, not all of them, just a few of them. Look, that's cute, right? Move this over. And put that on there. Oh, should have a thing gone in the A? I didn't see anything. It came out completely. That's okay. I don't see anything in the letters. No, nothing cut out on the A. That's exactly how it's supposed to be. Okay, so let me see if that's straight. I'm going to put my pad. I have a bigger pad right there. And so I got this off Creative Fabrica. I just like it better than the thing that it came with. Plus I make it my own. Okay. And let's go ahead and put that down. Press that out. Okay, so on Saturday we're taking them to dinner, my cousins. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, if you watch the previous videos, I had a medical crisis, I guess you could say. In the beginning of 2024, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And I don't live in the same state that I grew up in. And almost my entire family lives in California. Some have moved away. And let's see if that adhered. And I finished my treatments. I had a year of treatments for my specific kind of cancer. And I finished them April 24th of this year. And on Memorial Weekend, I have a car in California. I used to spend a lot of time in California, so I had a car out there. So every time I flew out there, I wouldn't have to rent a car. And I never had to pay for a hotel either because I have family out there. So, wow, that is not adhering. And so now I don't spend hardly any time out there. Well, I didn't last year because I was in treatment. And so it's time to go get that car and bring it back here and then trade it in or sell it or do something. It's we don't need it. So so we're going this weekend. I cannot get that to stick. Oh yeah, it is sticking. Okay. Okay, so this thing gave me a little bit of a hard time, and maybe glitter doesn't adhere to glitter. I don't know, because my very first glitter project was, what, a couple of videos ago, or maybe the last video, and I did that pouch. So, and the pouch was iron-on, right? Yeah, it was iron-on. So maybe glitter doesn't adhere to glitter. It looks cute. It looks really nice. But it gave me a little bit of a problem. So if you guys know any tricks or things that I missed, please let me know in the comments. It looks adorable. Look at that. That is so cute. Okay, we take this out. Yeah, and it's adhered and it didn't burn. And that is the bag. Let me zip it up. Oh my gosh, I love it. I'm glad it ended up working out. I mean, at the beginning, I didn't think it was going to, but I really, really like it. And now it's one of a kind. I love it. Oh, I'm really happy that turned out. Okay, so that was the first project. Okay, for the next project, let me turn off my Easy Press and clean up this little mess. Get these out of the way. So this I got at Target dollar spots. And if you open it, it's so cute. And they're there right now. You could put snacks in there. And the bottom, you could put like longer things, like maybe slices of, like long slices of cucumber, or some cheese, like the packages of cheese. I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, I know I'm going to use it, but I don't know the individual contents. So there's one big long container there. And then there's this that sits on top and leaves room down there. And then it has the 4 individual containers. And this is the top. And it has a little handle. And I thought it was perfect for California. Dollar Spot, $5. So I am going to clean this. Okay, so I'm going to clean the top of this with rubbing alcohol. And that's to get all the dirt and grime off and fingerprints, and in my case, pet hair off, so it will, the vinyl will adhere. And this room, like I said, the cats and the dogs, well, the dogs are only in here when I'm in here, and they don't jump up on this table. But the cats are in here when I'm not in here. So for this, I made this, Feed Me. So I'm going to get some transfer tape. Let me clean that off. Get some transfer tape. And I know that's not very original, but it's still cute. Okay, so get a scraper. Burnish this down. Okay. Burnish the back. And then lift this up. And we're going to put it right here. Feed me, feed me. Okay. We could put some healthy snacks in here, or leftovers, but I don't think it's big enough for leftovers. So we could put some healthy snacks in there. Maybe go to Trader Joe's, pick up a few things. Put this back, but there you go. Feed me. I love it. Okay. Along the lines of that, I also got this at the Target dollar spots. And it is so adorable. It has a little handle. And then this one has individual little compartments. So you could actually take them out if you needed the whole thing. And this one comes out as well, although I'm not doing a good job at it. But if you needed a bigger container, you can use that. But if you needed the smaller ones, just put it back like that. And this was $5 at the dollar spot. So I'm going to use this also. This is probably going to have snacks on it for the airplane. And then again, when we drive. So I'll clean this. This is still wet. And this one, I'm just putting the word yum. Yum, yum, yum. Again, probably not original, but still adorable. And that's going to go right here. I could have put yummy. But yum works for now. And there you go. Our snack box for the airplane. Target dollar spot, $5. Okay. Now the next craft has nothing to do with traveling. In fact, it's not going with us. We recently had a chance to, well, we had to redo two of our bedrooms upstairs and a bathroom. We had a small fire. And so everything had to be, well, some of it had to be reconstructed, and the rest had to be painted and had to have the fire, the fire that doesn't, the odor remover. It was a big ordeal. Very small fire, but big ordeal. Well, I found this at Target, and it is the Sonia Kashuk. I might be saying that wrong. Brand, and this was $10. And we had to redo, so everything that was like makeup or anything to do with your body, even blow dryers, brushes, everything, all of that got thrown away. And I used to have toothbrushes, new ones, and it didn't matter if it was in the package or not, it got thrown away. And so I used to have toothbrushes and toothpaste in there for guests. Not that we have many guests, but I wanted to have the bathroom set up like that. So I went to Target and I bought this, and I am going to put new toothbrushes still in the packaging and new toothpaste in here. And I thought I would put on this so they know this sentiment: be our guest. So I already, okay, so here is, let me cut out this transfer tape. I think it fits this way. Yeah, I think it pretty much fits this way. Or is it this way? I'll do this way. Get that out of the way and bring up the transfer tape. I retrimmed my nails again, and they're splitting. They still split. I do it almost every day. I mean, I think sometimes I skip a day, and it just makes me sad. I can never get them beyond that. I can never get them beyond that right there. They're so fragile. Okay. So we're going to put that down. Furnish the front. And the back. Just wipe this down a little bit. It's still wet. Hold this so it'll push up against it. Oh, that's much better. Okay. Remove the transfer tape. And, okay, where's the zipper? It goes this way. Be our guest. That was my favorite Disney show, Beauty and the Beast. Okay, and there you have it. Be our guest. This one gave me a little bit of a hard time as well. I don't know if I've ever put vinyl on plastic like this. But yeah, it gave me a hard time. So just be patient and you'll get there. So I really love that. And you'll be able to see whatever's inside, you know, floss or toothbrushes, toothpaste, and whatever else maybe a little bit of chemo brain mouthwash. Okay, so that's staying home, and it has nothing to do with our California trip. Okay, so for the next craft, I bought, this comes in a set of two. I got one of white and one pink, and it was 40% of $9.99 2 weeks ago. Last week it was 50% off $9.99. This week I don't know. And I'm going to make this into a airplane charger bag. When you go on an airplane and you don't use your power bank, you want to use the power from the airplane, you have to have the actual plug. It doesn't go from the USB to, you can't plug in this into the airplane without one of these. You need this and this to plug into your phone. And a lot of times I don't bring the little block charger. So I wanted to make one that was specifically meant just for the airplane. Like, okay, so I'm going to put this on the cold mat and see if that worked. So I put this, my pink towel, this stays in my craft room. I put this inside of here and I pushed up with my hand because it wasn't sticking. And I need it to stick. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to give it a little bit more heat. Again, putting my towel in here to protect my fingers, pressing up with my hand and my fingers to get this to adhere. And I need to go down a little bit further for the A. And even at low, this thing is really powerful. Again, my hand is underneath, pushing up, trying to get this to adhere. So I'll put it back on the glass mat, trying to get it to cool down. And we'll see if that worked. Oh, seems to be working. Wow. So the trick to this one was putting your hand inside and pushing up. And once again, you're going to want to protect your hand because the heat will go through even on low. This thing is super hot. And so let me grab my Teflon sheet, which should be around here somewhere. Again, I told myself to be organized, and once again, I have no idea where it is. Was it on my lap? Oh yeah, it was on my lap. Okay, so here we go. Just gonna run over a little bit more, make sure it's adhered, and see. Yeah, there you go. So now I'm gonna put 2 of these plugs and 2 of these in here, and I want to keep it always in here, and if someone's looking for a charger, I simply have to say, yeah, I don't know where one is. That could be mean, but I just want my chargers to be organized. I've gone on the airplane plenty of times where I forgot my phone bank and I didn't have the plug. I had one of these, and I was afraid that when I landed, I wasn't able to contact the person that I needed to contact to tell them that I landed. So you learn from those things, and you want to be more organized, and that is my project right there. Craft. There you go. I love it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Oh, I think this is the last craft. If you remember in an earlier video, I picked this up at Hobby Lobby. When I picked this up, it was 40% off of $11.99. I picked up 2, gray and pink, and I didn't know what I was going to do with them, so I waited, and I know now that I want to make a travel case, a travel necessity case, and have the first aid in the same bag. So it'll have more items than just bandages and Neosporin and things like that. So it's funny because I pre-press and I lint roll, and then I put my item down, and then what happens is I pick it up and there's animal hair. Okay, so the design should be inside. Let's see. Yep, here it is. And oh, and there should be, yes, one tiny little thing right here in red. So this printed together, but it had a black plus, and I wanted to change it to red. You'll see in a minute. So once again, I wanted to make this bag like travel necessities, as far as like wipes and whatchamacallit, nail clippers, things like that. So which, you know, aren't necessarily first aid, but you still want to have when you travel. So instead of having 2 separate bags, I wanted to make it one bag. Now, when I travel, I usually travel alone. I very rarely travel with family. But now I find myself not traveling at all. Again, because of the illness and the treatment that I had to go through. But these are good to have. You make them once, and then you fill them the way you like, and then you can just restock them. So I've been picking up travel size Neosporin, and I have all kinds of bandage stuff, and I have nail clippers that are specific to traveling, and what else? Aspirin. Well, not necessarily aspirin. I have like Tylenol and Excedrin and Advil that I want to put in here. You just want to put something to tie you over just in case, like, it happens in the middle of the night, or you're driving and you're nowhere near a store, and then you have something to get you to where you need to go. So that says travel necessities, and that's going to go right here. And then I have this little tiny cross. It's a plus sign. I wanted just to be a plus sign, but I wanted it to be in a different color. Well, I'll put that out next. Okay, so travel necessities. Let's see. That looks good. Maybe a little bit more over. Okay, so again on low, and you know, not a lot of heat. Or I'm not really pressing down. In fact, let me do that thing I did before where I had my towel in here. And then I can press up and go slow. So again, I got this at Hobby Lobby. The fonts, I believe, is Cricut. I'm not positive, but it will all be listed in the description. I have been listing everything in the description, but I can't do links because for some reason links doesn't work for me. And I need to get a hold of somebody and find out why. I went into my YouTube channel and made sure that I had all the correct settings, and it still does not want to allow me to add links. But I do write down where I find everything. I know links are easier, and I apologize that I haven't been able to do that. But again, new channel, trying my hardest to you know, not have my head in the thing, have it clear, you guys can hear me, trying to get there. Okay, the little plus sign, and then the bottom of this. Oh, I did not weed that out yet. Let me weed that out. If you try weeding one side and it's not working, then you're on the wrong side. Because iron-on is super easy to weed. And when you do iron-on, I know we're repetitive when we say this, but when you do iron-on, you have to mirror your image because the part that you lay down is the sticky side, and the sticky side is the shiny side. And I'll show you guys that in a second. Look how cute that looks. Travel necessities and first aid. One big bag instead of two small bags. And if I am traveling with somebody, or I'm with my nephew or niece, and I say, oh, go get the first aid kit or the travel necessity bag, they'll be able to tell which one it is. So I really love having it identify itself as to what it is. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and flip that over and see if I can let it cool down. The iron-on, let me see if I can get a regular iron-on. This one, yeah. So when you do iron-on, there's like a matte or flat side, and there's a shiny side. And the shiny side is the side you put down on your mat. So when you put it down like this, and then you mirror your image, and it mirrors. And then when you take it off, this is the side that you iron on. So your image has to be mirrored. I hope that wasn't too confusing. Okay, we'll get this, and we'll see if it's adhered. That one came off nicely, and the plus did not work at all. We'll have to put that one back down. And the first aid came out nicely. Funny, the smallest one did not adhere. I probably didn't put any pressure on it. I think this bag turned out so cute. So you guys can find this bag if you want to recreate this craft at Hobby Lobby. And I bet you it's still on sale. And it's probably 50% off. And I will get you the font. I will list it I'll try again to do the links, but every day I've tried to add the links, and every day it's never let me. Let's try that again. Okay. There you go. Okay, so I'm going to grab my Teflon sheet. Oh my God, you guys, that turned out so cute. I really love that. Okay, just really quick, just go over it one more time with my Teflon sheet. I'm not pressing hard on the Cricut Easy Press. I'm just trying to make sure that it's all stuck down. Wow, I really, this is my favorite. My absolute favorite of all the designs we did today. That is my favorite. Okay, so let me go ahead and grab all the designs. Okay, so here are all the items that we made today. We have the Beach Life bag that I got at Target Dollar Spot. This had a different design on it, and I changed it to Beach Life. I really like the way that turned out. We have the Be Our Guest. The Be Our Guest is going to go in our guest bathroom drawer, and I'm going to put in mouthwash, floss, and toothbrushes. If anybody comes over and they didn't have their items with them, they're more than welcome to come in here, take this, and keep it for themselves. We have the 2 snack boxes that I got at the Target Dollar Spot. I named this one Feed Me, and I named this one Yum. We're going to use those, one on the airplane and then both on the drive home. And then we have that dedicated airplane phone charger, so that I always have a charger that has the plug for the airplane. And then this is my favorite one, you guys. I think it turned out so cute. I just love this font. I'll go ahead and list it down in the description, and it says Travel Necessities and First Aid. And I just think it's big enough to have like hand sanitizer wipes. They come in different sizes, and I think I have a size that might fit in there, and just all these different pockets to put things in for not only first aid, but to have for travel necessities. Well, you guys, that's it for this video. I want to thank you guys again for liking and subscribing to this video that's a work in progress. I know that I still make a lot of mistakes, and I am trying, and I think as we get into more and more videos that they'll be better and better, but I'll always have at least one or two that, you know, you won't be able to hear my voice, or it's not in focus, or it's not in frame. And I do apologize for that, but I do appreciate you guys coming back. So have a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you so much. Take care.